Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Andy Sokolovich coming back with another Facebook Live. And today I was walking to the YWCA here in Clinton, and something popped in my mind, right? Something I often think about, but I haven't really shared publicly, I guess. I did a little bit on my last Facebook Live performance, rant, whatever you want to call it, about focusing on your areas of strength. So here's my pitch. Stop focusing on your weaknesses, right? Now, I'm not saying that you completely ignore those things that you suck at, but you identify those and you figure out a way to manage them. So here's an example. So I know that I'm a decent communicator, right? I like speaking in front of people. I like public speaking. I like doing Facebook Live. I love podcasting. That's my jam. That's what I'm good at. That's what gets my heart pumping. And I know that that's my strength, but there's other things that I don't do well. So I guess historically, if you look at, let's use the movie Rudy as an example, right? Rudy, great for the movies, right? It did great for the movies. It sold a lot of tickets and it made Disney a ton of cash. Was it a good story about reality, your life and my life? And the answer is no. Rudy Rudiger worked his butt off to play football when one play in the very last game of the very last season he was ever going to put a uniform on. Great movie. Sucks at the end when we think about it, right? That star fizzled out really quickly. But what was Rudy Rudiger's real talents? What was he good at? Because it wasn't football. You're not Rudy. Don't ignore those things that come naturally to you. A lot of people know that I'm a StrengthsFinder coach, right? It's an assessment. It's not a personality tool. It's an assessment. And trust me, when it was first introduced to me a long time ago by Nathan Sondergroth, when he was the acting president of the Chamber of Commerce, I poo-pooed the idea of engaging in a personality assessment at all, right? Nobody was going to know more about me than me. I stiff-armed it. But then when my business began to crash and burn, he told me to dust off those results and come back to him and identify what I was doing, actively doing, and what my strengths results had shown. And what they had shown was that I was a good communicator. I had WOO. For those of you that don't know, that is an acronym for winning others over. It means it's important that you like me. That sounds crazy, right? But it is. It's important that you like me. It's important that you understand me. It's important that you value the information that I share. If you don't, it keeps me up at night. And it turns me in a direction that's not beneficial to anyone, right? But when I engage in that talent, when I get out there and I communicate people, when I hit that live button on Facebook, it gets me excited. It pumps me up. You have those very same tendencies. It may not be the same as mine. It's not communication. It may not be hitting that button on your webcam and doing the whole Facebook Live thing. There's things about your life that you do so well. Like so well that people look at you and go, how do you do that? Don't ignore that. A lot of us do. Because we feel like we can't make a living off of doing that. We can't support our family off of doing that. But here's the thing. If you want to crush me, if you want to take Andy in a vice and just start cranking and get the worst of me, what you do is you stick me in a cubicle and you tell me my opinion doesn't matter. Just do what you're told. Clock in Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Do what you're told. Don't worry. You will collect a paycheck on the 1st and the 15th. That's just the way things are going to be, Andy. Your opinion doesn't count. I will completely deflate and be absolutely useless. I know that. I've been through that. And it doesn't work for me. I ask you this. What destroys you? If I want to get the worst of you, now put some thought into this. If I want to get the worst of you, what do I have to do? You know what it is. You've been there. You've experienced it. But again, the question that I feel we don't ask often enough is, how do I get the best of you? We often spend, it's that whole, like, what is it called? Pareto Principle, 80-20 rule. We often spend 80% of our time probably thinking about how we can make others happy, and about 20% of that time thinking about how we can make ourselves happy. My call to action, my charge to you is to flip-flop that. How can you become the best version of you? That's why I love StrengthsFinder, right? It's these 34 theme names, and yeah, it's a personality assessment, and yeah, you got to go ahead and take the test or the assessment and actually answer the questions, and yeah, the results are going to come out, and yeah, you might not be completely satisfied with, but what compass are you working off of now? And the answer is probably nothing. Nothing. You're chucking darts in the dark. That's what I was doing when I separated from the military. People would ask me, what am I good at? And I'd say, I don't know. I didn't have the vocabulary. When StrengthsFinder entered my life, it gave me that vocabulary. Strategic, futuristic, woo, ideation, and communication. I know what I'm good at. I own those 5 terms. I own the 5 definition of those terms. I know I succeed and I excel at those things. People matter, right? In our workplaces, in our organizations, in our not-for-profits, whether the boards we sit on, people matter. In order for us to be successful, we have to cultivate those individual talents. If you have a boardroom full of people just like me, guess what? Nothing's going to get done. Oh, how's that possible, Andy? Because I'm an idea guy. I'm a communicator. I'm not an executor. And I understand that about myself. I will come up with great ideas. I will dream big. I will think about the future if we just implement. But I need those people to pair with me and partner with me in order to get that execution part down, in order to bring my dreams and my visions to fruition. But that's what I love about this world that we live in, right? People are out there and they have those talents. And trust me, when I find those people, I suck onto them like a leech. And we partner to do amazing things. Until you understand what you're good at, what you're naturally good at, right? You can be taught things. You can attempt to learn new things, but deep in your heart that there's some areas of your life that you absolutely excel at, right? And nobody can touch you. Whether it's organizing your closet by color or, it's like me, flicking Facebook Live open and just share a message with the masses. You know what that is. You know what gets your heart pumping. You know what gets you firing on all cylinders. Until you know what that is and you start applying it towards your everyday life, you're destined to fail. And it sucks. Maybe not fail in the traditional term fail, but be unhappy. And maybe I'm the oddball. Maybe I'm the loose goose that's just running around, spitting this stuff out on Facebook Live, but it doesn't mean anything. But I truly believe that if you find what you're good at and you cling to that and you find a way to monetize that, that's why I love marketing. That's why I love advertising. That's why I love what I do in order to earn a living, because I get the chance to work with business owners who make a quality product or offer a quality service, but don't know how to communicate their message. They don't know how to tell their story. They don't know how to identify their why. That's what I do, right? That's my bread and butter. If you don't believe in self-help books, or you don't believe in downloading an awesome new book that talks about identifying your strengths via Audible or whatever it is that you listen to, shame on you, because there's some great information out there. But you got to be willing to mine for it. That's the key. Focus on your talent. Stop spending the majority of your time working on your weaknesses. If you suck at it, outsource it, right? The internet's a beautiful thing. 2017, there has never been a time in the history of the world where we've been able to find professionals that can do things for us for an exchange of pay, right? We pay them to do something, and they can be in the Philippines. They can be in Japan. They can be in Germany. They can be in South America. They could be in our own backyard. Internet's a beautiful place. Go to websites like freelance.com or what's some more of those that are out there? I leverage a whole bunch of them. I'll have to make a list and send them out to you guys. Find people that do things that you suck at and just pay them to do it. It's not expensive either. The more time you have focusing on what you do well, the better chance you'll have to be successful. And don't be too proud to announce what you don't do well. There's so many people that go through this world and they live from the time that they're actually engaging in the workforce to the time they retire, hopefully retire, hope their pension's still there, hope Social Security's still there, but they're never willing to ask for help. If you got that itch to start your own business, if you got that itch to do something amazing with your life, if you got that itch to make an impact on this third rock from the sun that we live in today, now's the time to do it. You don't get a second chance. I've seen enough flagged draped caskets come off of C5s and C17s in my career to notice that life is like that. You only get one shot. That's it. There is no replay. There is no backspace button. You get one shot and one shot only. If you're passionate about something, do it. If you don't know how to do it, ask for help. Don't be ignorant. And that's what upsets me sometimes the most, is that people say, oh, I love to be able to talk to people about crocheting, but I don't know how to start a blog. I do. I love to be able to talk to people about auto repair on a specific car from a specific year, but I don't know how to start a website that focuses on that. I do, right? Cough up the cash and make it happen. This isn't just a general plea for business. This is an idea that if you know something, you have information up here, you have a passion, you want to get it out there, you're going to have to find other people to partner with, or it's not going to happen. And if you can go to bed at night and close your eyes and say, I'm fine with never doing this, then fine. It's not a dream of yours. It's not something you want to pursue. But if every single morning you wake up and you say, I wish there was something else, I wish I could take my passion and monetize it, learn how to do it. It's not a secret. Do what comes naturally to you. Buck the system. Take risks. If you're not willing to take risks now, between the time that date shows up on your tombstone to the dash line to the day that you're planted 6 feet deep, I don't know what better time there is, because it's the only time, right? That's the call to action. Tick tock, tick tock. Clock's ticking. You don't get any more of it. If you want a strengths code, if you want to see what StrengthsFinder is all about, I got kind of a overstock, I guess, of strengths codes that I purchased over the years that I haven't dished out. Maybe I bought one too many for a project that I did. I got some more. If you want some, I'm willing to give them to you at no cost. The only thing I ask in return is that you send me your results, because I want to know what your strengths actually are. So go ahead and hit me up on Facebook Messenger. You know how that works, right? If you don't, ask somebody. Hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Just say, Andy, I want a strengths code. I want to understand what StrengthsFinder is about. I'm not calling it the magic pill, right? This isn't like the blue pill, red pill from the Matrix, right? This is a tool that you can use to provide you with some kind of compass direction on where your life is heading. If you want that code, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I will send you that code with instructions. The only thing I ask for in return is that you send me your results so we can start a conversation. Okay? This isn't a pitch for hire. I just want people to experience something that I experienced almost 4 years ago that's kind of changed the way I do things. And a lot of people may call me stupid for having this entrepreneurial itch. Why don't you just go get a Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Andy? Why don't you just do what everybody else has done? Why are you so focused on following your natural talents down a path that may lead to being broke? I'm willing to roll that dice. I'm willing to take that risk, because I know what I'm good at. And maybe it was getting shot at over in Iraq that made me realize these things. But when a rocket starts zipping past your head, it puts things in perspective. And if that was the catalyst to the change in my mindset, then so be it. Again, send me a message if you want a code to StrengthsFinder. That's all I got. That's it. These things pop into my head, and maybe it's listening to a podcast, or it's reading a blog post, or it's scouring the internet, or it's writing my own blog posts. But I feel like Facebook Live is a great place for me to share these messages with people, because luck has nothing to do with it, right? There's things that happen in our lives where we do get lucky. We're in the right place at the right time. But I'm a firm believer that luck is not the catalyst to your success, right? If you base everything that you do and your ability to grow wealthy beyond your wildest dreams, or to wake up every morning passionate about what you're doing for an income, and you're depending on luck to make that happen, good luck. It's not going to happen. It doesn't work that way. Like Oprah knew her strengths, right? Tony Robbins knew his strengths. Dave Ramsey knows his strengths. And they all laud the importance of understanding what you're good at and focusing on that, understand your weaknesses and learning how to manage it. And if you don't want to take the time to learn what those strengths are, then I wish you nothing but the best. Good luck on your journey. But if you're like me and you want to embrace those talents, you want to embrace those strengths to do something awesome with the life that you've been given, consider looking somewhere to find that compass direction. StrengthsFinder is a great tool. All right, everybody. My name is Andy Sokolovich. Thank you again for tuning in to Facebook Live. If you need anything from me, hit me up on Messenger. You know where to find me. I'm easy. That's Andy Sokolovich. That's SOKOLOVICH. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.